What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here, bringing you another Top 5 on this glorious Top 5 Friday. And guys, in honor of the new Beatles song that just came out, Now and Then, I decided let's do another Beatles Top 5. I've already done their Top 5 songs, their Top 5 albums. I figured, hey, since we're talking about the Beatles coming together as one, let's talk about the Beatles as solo artists and talk about my Top 5 solo Beatles songs. This was really hard to whittle down, but I think I did it, so let's get right to it. At number 5. Instant Karma by John Lennon. I think this was technically maybe the first Beatles solo song when the Beatles were still technically together before they had split up. I believe Phil Spector produced it. It was, all in that kind of 1970 time frame when John and George were leaning towards Phil Spector. Paul was not. But I love the sound of this, though. It just feels so raw and immediate. And that's what John was going for. It was recorded live. And, it's up there with anything that John's ever done. It's just so cool. The idea of instant karma is going to get you. And then that huge chorus of "We all shine on." Oh man, it's just, such a great sing-along, so classic. You gotta have it on your list, and that's just my number 5. So now at number 4, My Sweet Lord by George Harrison off of his debut album, All Things Must Pass, which to me is the greatest solo Beatles record. I mean, just the fact that he had so much material stored up. But this song in particular just really gets the ball rolling, right as soon as that acoustic guitar riff kicks in. And even though he kind of did rip off the melody of, that older song from the mid-'60s, this is the classic. And it's just so cool to hear somebody singing about God in a way that's he made it like commercial to do so with this song. And I love too that he kind of sings from a kind of Christian Orthodox perspective, as well as brings in some Hare Krishna stuff. It's like, hey, why not? We're singing to God, but in such a just beautiful, respectful way. And, he wants to know him better. And it's about a man searching. And I feel like that's what George was doing through his entire musical career. But this is really like the pinnacle of that kind of song, and just makes you want to sing along. Just so great. And that's my number 4. So now at number 3, Maybe I'm Amazed by Paul McCartney. You knew there had to be a Sir Paul song on here, and this absolutely makes the cut. From his debut album, you see a pattern here. 1970 was a very strong year in music history, Beatles or solo Beatles, either way. But yeah, from this debut album where Paul literally plays every instrument, this song stands out. I mean, such a fantastic ballad. The piano work is great. His vocals are soaring. The guitar solo is amazing. People often forget how great a guitarist Paul is. I mean, just one of the greatest musicians of all time. But this song, obviously written to Linda at the time, just brilliant. It takes it to the stratosphere. When he gets up to that, he's like, maybe I'm a man, maybe I'm the only one who can help me. Oh my God, man. It is wonderful. And that's just my number 3. So now at number 2, Isn't It a Pity? Again by George Harrison, and again from All Things Must Pass, which is his essential record. I mean, let's be honest. But this song, man, the first time I heard it, I was just mesmerized by it. It's a very simple kind of 3-chord song, but it's just kind of like My Sweet Lord. It has a bit of like a mantra to it, but the message of this song, isn't it a pity? Isn't it a shame how we break each other's hearts and cause each other pain? Oh man, it's just, and so relevant today. And, when I saw it performed at the concert for George in 2003, with Eric Clapton and Billy Preston, it just it brought me to tears, man. Just because the song is just it's bigger than George, bigger than the Beatles. It's just one of those enduring songs that means so much to so many people. And when you saw it get a standing ovation in that Royal Albert Hall, man, it's just a beautiful moment, and one that I think this is one of those songs that will endure forever. So that's my number 2. So now at number 1, Imagine, of course. I mean, how can it not be? It's just, some people at this point think this song is overrated. I will never say that. I still, to this day, every time I hear it, I love it so much. John Lennon, I think, really kind of transcended the Beatles with this track. It's one of my top 5 songs of all time. I think it's just so powerful in the same way that Isn't It a Pity is, but with so much more of a hopeful message, and that taking that, always a message of love, like the Beatles had. John just really just emotes that perfectly through all the lyrics. Every single verse just hits it perfectly. Imagine no religion, imagine no possessions. You know the song. I mean, what more can I say about it that hasn't already been said, or that I haven't said on this very channel? But it's so tasteful. The production, the understated drums and the strings and the piano, that white piano, glorious, man. And now that Now and Then is out, it's kind of it's cool because it's in that kind of vein, but with the Beatles coming in and doing their thing. I just posted my reaction to that a few hours ago, so check that out if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, a perfect footnote for the greatest band of all time. No one can dispute that. I mean, come on, man. But John Lennon, top of the Solo Beatles list. Even though George was my favorite Beatle, I got to give it up for Imagine, man. So let me know in the comments below what makes your top 5. This was a really hard one to whittle down. As I said, couldn't quite get a Ringo song in there, but what are you going to do? But guys, let me know what you think. If you're so bold, leave me a top 10. And guys, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Thank you for watching. And as always, Viva la Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.